say I am in what can only be compared to a hostel. What maybe would be the thing? A hostel?
Who books your trips? Seriously, who does
Tanya
this?
booked this trip. Now, when you think of
I'm
Monterey,
I
California,
I
tell me what
I
you think when you think of Monterey, California.
sandy beaches, blue skies, nice area, touristy kind of. I'm guessing.
Mm-hmm.
Updated stuff, kind of a new money place. You know.
So I was thinking old money.
Okay.
I was thinking like a Dodgers commercial, or like what's the other white people brand? Cross Colors.
Everything.
No.
Uh,
yeah, everything.
Carl, can I?
It's it is a shithole. This place, a legit shithole. It's a
Not the whole city, or just the hotel or hostel you're in.
This hotel is a shithole, but even like the higher end, more touristy areas of Monterey is still like Kenmore.
Fuck.
Yeah, you're like, this is it? This is all you got?
So
Yeah.
when you are ready to book your Vegas trip, I just need your credit card for 15 minutes and I will book your flights and your hotel.
Part of that scares me, but I know you wouldn't fuck me over.
Exactly.
Part of that also makes me very happy.
Yeah.
I usually book
You're not going to have a 6 a.m. flight out of Vegas. That's not happening, bro.
That's a very important thing.
You guys have very nice careers. Take a day off. Take an extra day off.
Yeah.
For travel.
Okay. Yeah.
None of this shit where I've got to get home by 5 to get my kids. No.
Yeah.
Fuck them.
Yeah.
Leave them with your grandparents for a day. One more night.
I think Gary Anderson had better accommodations. A POW, I think, in Nam or some shit. It's not like it's bad, but we're in an econo lodge. Econo means poor. Lodge means sodomy. So we're in poor sodomy.
Who has better accommodations or had past tense? You guys right now, or Brittany Griner?
Brittany Griner, for sure. For sure. At least she got fingered.
Yeah. Daily.
Someone ate her clam.
Yeah. Ooh.
Her
sorry for
clam.
That shit.
Yeah. No, but I thought like I'm in California. I've only seen one transvestite. You'd think they're just.
You gotta go. I don't know where Monterey is.
They're like run around in gaggles at like when they got to Jurassic Park and they're like, holy shit, they'd go in herds. Like I thought that was gonna be the transvestite game out here.
Dude, I just went to type Monterey into my map thing and I started typing transvestite. I have literally had 2 sips of beer today.
Is that Bush Heavy?
It is. The lady across the street got me some.
Fuck, she's trying to kill you.
Yeah, but it's bad. Hey, good, but it ain't bad. She got me a 12-pack, so.
We flew into San Jose. Phil, we're in Monterey. Which could be kind of a ritzy area or something like that. There's boats and yachts and shit. Dude, there is like no good places to go. Everything's fucking run down.
So you had to drive south to.
Yeah, hold on.
San Francisco. Oh, yeah. You got to go up to San Francisco. That's where all the gays are.
Yeah. Well, yeah. This is my first. I wrote down my initial opinion of
2 hours.
This is what I said because I have a new career. I'm actually really excited to tell you this. I'm a travel blogger, Daryl. Look at me, travel blogger. This is what I wrote about Monterey. I thought Monterey was a ritzy place. It looks like a 1980s mall came all over a black prostitute that was on her period. Visit Monterey. Yeah, I'm actually feel that
I can't wait to see the commercial.
Yeah, it's good. It's just, yeah, we went to a couple. dude. And I got a beer. We were waiting for a table at a really nice place. Actually, had good food. Eggs Benedict on a steak.
No tea, no tea.
Yeah, just forget the tea, bring the dick. And next to it was this bar. This, like it looked like an old sailor's bar. So obviously I'm in jobs, jacking guys off, trying to fit in and be a Californian. And we get our table all of a sudden, and so Tanya goes and gets a table. I go to cash out. I'm like, hey, instead of paying a card, I don't want to like run a card for fucking what, $4, you know. So Tanya throws me a 10. Cool. I go to just like throw the 10 on the thing and leave because maybe the beer is going to be $6. A draft beer. It came to $10.10.
Gotta get that $5 out.
How can a place charge so much for shit things and still be shit? Like you'd think somewhere someone's fucking stacking cash. Yeah, there we go. Yes.
Mm-hmm. You know where you are, right?
Dude, this state blows. One thing
it might be beautiful. The ocean's right there and the beaches and all that shit may be beautiful. I heard that is a place. It is so fucking expensive out there. Everything.
It's $10 beer night. It's extremely expensive. But and also there's a weird culture with people that do marathons. Like,
yeah,
think of people that are vegans and do yoga and also talk a lot. It's like that. So we go to this expo for runners, and all you can smell is like runner farts, like those kind. It's bad. Yes, I'm in Ukraine right now. Let me tell you a little bit about my trip to San Jose, Daryl. I wrote things down on a receipt.
Please start from when you left your house.
Yeah, this was this is Trader Joe's. This wasn't bad receipt. Okay. Starts out, we go, you know what? Let's get the kids on the bus. I get to work a little bit in the morning. It's 2 hours to the fucking airport because we live in the middle of fucking nowhere. So, but our flight's at 11:30. Kind of tight. Flight's 11:30. So I'm downstairs working a little bit, getting some stuff right. It's 8:30, and I hear, "Oh, we gotta go." I'm like 8:30, 9:30, 10:30. The whole fucking hour. Like what's the panic? I go upstairs. She's in a full-on like freak the fuck out mode. So I'm like, whatever. Get my shit, throw it in the fucking car. I drive like fucking Jason Statham. Like I'm like transport. I got an 80 lock in the control. I'm fucking cruising. I get us there in like hour 40, like easy. Because once you get into St. Louis, there's no cops in St. Louis because everyone's sick of getting killed. It's fine. So we get to the airport and we go to pick like the most expensive lot because she's still freaking out. So I'm like, let's just pay $20 a day versus $10 a day, and let's park and walk right to the fucking thing, check in. We can all calm the fuck down, and I can have a beer at the fucking airport with a man, even though it's not even like noon.
So
first lot packed, full. I come back around, go to the second lot, full, and now she is like humming. She's like, we're gonna miss the flight. And finally, I was texting you at the time, I'm like, I'm gonna fucking kill this bitch. So I dropped her
all
off.
These texts are obviously saved in my phone, and it's so fucking good to read. It warms my cockles when this happens to him.
So I go, fuck it. I'm gonna drop this asshole off at fucking departures, and I hope I miss the fucking flight because I'll just go magically end up in Buffalo.
That's when you called me and told me that. You're like, I don't want any proof if she goes through my phone that I said this, so I'm gonna call Daryl and tell him in person. Yeah, and I laughed and laughed.
So after you get past like the A lot thing that was obviously full, we couldn't get in there. you go past, so we're in Terminal 2, you go past Terminal 1, which is not where we were flying out of, and they also have an A-lot. But no one fucking flies out of Terminal 1 because Southwest owns the fucking world, right? Especially where we live. So I slam into A1 on fucking Desolation Row Airport Terminal and parking lot perfectly. So I think I could just catch a fucking shuttle, trolley. A lot of them have like little trains you get on, you know? This doesn't have a train.
They're called trams.
So I go, and every fucking person that works at the airport, in my opinion, is a black person that hates white people. That's every person. So I go, hey, my fly brother.
That's why he's wearing sunglasses so you can't see his black eye.
Hey, my fly ass brother. I'm like, how do I get to Terminal 2? He's like, oh man, you gotta go drive. You get to the light, back around, and then you park right there. That's what it is. And I'm like, I parked in Terminal 1. He's like, B, you gotta catch this shuttle. Yeah, I'm like, you gotta catch this shuttle. So I get on the shuttle. The door opens. I shit you not. The driver is Corky from Life Goes On. The driver is from the 80s commercials. The driver, I'm not kidding, is mentally impaired. And remember Dorf? Remember the guy would do the thing in Dorf on whatever. Yeah, he'd be on his knees. From the Carabinette show. Yeah. Tim something or other.
Conway.
Conway. Yeah. That's how tall this guy was too. So he's this. Thank you, Herb. He's impaired
somebody got out of the basement.
That his nose came up to my dick because we flipped, and like little like a little Eskimo kiss. I did it with the head of my dick. He insists on helping everyone with his bag, like the fucking one-armed guy from fucking Hot Tub Time Machine. You have this midget guy with special needs shoes on, fumbling up and down, and I gotta catch a flight. Like
maybe not.
I gotta try. So, I'm helping people. I'm like, stay in your fucking seat. I got it. I'm loading bags on. Like, I'm doing whatever I can. So I heard from, hey B, you got to catch the shuttle guy. That this is the shuttle to go to fucking Terminal 2. He goes, first up, parking A. Boop boop. So we drive to a fucking place to pick up more people, I guess. And I look to the other people on the thing and I go, when does this go to Terminal 2? And this girl
sometime after lunch.
Yeah, this girl across the way is doing one of these things. Like, and I get that because I hate flying, you hate flying. Sometimes even before you step into the airport, you're already prepped with this is my worst time ever.
As soon as the 33 ends and I get on to Genesee Street there,
you start feeling it.
And the airport's right there. Yeah, that's when it sets in for me.
So I go to her, just trying to break the ice and maybe get blown. I go, hey, do you not flying? You don't like flying either? She goes, no, we got to be at Terminal 2, and we passed that motherfucker 6 times, and I took 3 Ativan. Ativan apparently is ninja speed. So Dorf is driving around, and he stops to let people off, and this guy's like, fucking finally, he passed our car 6 times. Like, these people have been on this bus, like doing a circle. The guy won't let them off.
There's no bell to pull. Like you're on a city bus to stop.
None of these. So, and talking to him is just pointless. It just doesn't make any sense. It's not even worth it. So I go, hold on. Maybe we all died and this is hell. And everyone has a little chuckle. And then finally, he stops the bus and he lets the 2 people off. And I said, maybe we did die. Maybe these people. But if you hear dogs, it's because we're in the only hotel in the fucking world that still is like, dogs are fine. Fuck Have dogs here.
I'm pretty sure I can hear our asshole puppy up there freaking the fuck out.
Yeah, but it's in your house. I'm in a fucking Econo Lodge. $1. So he lets these people off. And then these other people.
Oh, it's the neighbor's dogs.
Oh, no, I have dogs here too.
Well, what I hear is my neighbor's dog. So
he lets the 2 people off that are freaking the fuck out because they landed like 2 hours ago. They've been on Dorf's bus. Just go round now.
The wheels on the bus go round and round.
So he lets the 2 people off, and then there's other people that need to get on to go to Terminal 2, which is the next stop for Dorf's bus. I'm so happy we named him Dorf, by the way.
I know.
And he goes, "Hold on, guys. You stay right there. I'll be back to pick you up." And I'm like, "But they're right there. We're all going to Terminal 2. Everyone else that's left on the bus is going to Terminal 2. They need to go to Terminal 2, Dorf. Just let them on the bus." He's like, "Well, no, I got to drive around the parking lot to see if there's anybody else." But I'm like, "But they're right there." No, that's not how this works. Shuts the door, starts driving. Miraculously, some bus appears like a glitch in the Matrix and picks the people up behind us. I'm like, "Hey, Dorf, they got picked up. Terminal 2. Okay, Terminal 2, here we go." So we get to Terminal 2. Woo, woo, woo. we get to fucking Terminal 2. I got on there. That's just parking the fucking car. Corky was driver, chick on Ativan. Okay. I get to the line, and I have no bags. I give Tanya all the bags. So I can just stroll on in. I cut off. Did I freeze or did you freeze?
You're freezing. Every once in a while.
Okay. I'm in line.
I'm just sitting still listening to this story.
Oh, I'm like sandwiched between people that you could tell have never flown or haven't flown since the 70s. Okay. It's old as shit. Why do I have to take my shoes off? Because you fucking do. I don't like to either, but you got it.
Yeah. Thanks to the shoe bomber, asshole.
So one guy, and he didn't even do it good.
No.
You know, like 9/11 guys, they did good. I don't like what they did, but he did it. Bengals beat the Bills. Don't like it, but they did good. I'm in between a lady that has a lot of cats and probably lets her dog lick her pussy because she's old as fuck and half dead. She's wearing a Mickey Mouse shirt.
Snatch smells like peanut butter.
Yeah. Is that Jiffy? No, I queefed.
It's crunchy.
When she queefs, her pussy's like when you eat sunflower seeds.
Yeah.
And I'm in a hurry, so I'm trying to skip fucking because I got nothing. I got my fucking cell phone and shoes. That's it, and car keys. So I've like skipped a couple people, and they put Happy Gilmore's fucking Happy Gilmore's grandma in front of me, and now there's this thing, and then there's just a straight walk through metal detector with a pat down. I don't care which one I get into, but Happy Gilmore's grandma can't go through this thing because apparently that kills old people and doesn't kill young people. It makes no fucking sense. Obviously, that's bad too, right?
Yes.
So they're going to put her through the metal detector, which is fine. But and again, no one that works at the airport is good at their job. I'm not saying so. So yeah, she goes. The girl goes, "You got any metal on your body?" And the lady goes, "Yes, my shoulder."
Oh, my hip, my hips, my knees, every joint.
Yeah, this lady's basically RoboCop.
Yeah.
So she's like, "My shoulder," and the person's like, "I walk through." It's up like beep 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 beep. Line stops.
Back up.
These people stop. She's got to back up. Old people can't go in reverse.
No.
So she fucking grinds the gears, get back in reverse, and she's like, "You got anything in your pockets?" And the lady's like, My shoulder is metal. Yeah, anything in your pockets, though? And at this point, I think she's just being held up. Yeah. What about those earrings, bitch? So they try to get her to go through one more fucking time. Lights up again. And so, just like helping Dorf, I go, hey, she has a metal shoulder. And finally, a level-headed person, goes, just let her pass through. If this bitch hijacks a plane with her metal fucking shoulder, fuck it. So I get through, I get through the gate with still plenty of time to spare. Okay, I go buy a book.
What's your plenty of time?
I'd say 30 minutes before boarding. Did you hear me?
Yeah, 30 minutes. That's good.
Okay.
It's a good amount of time.
Right. So I am sitting there with Tanya. Tanya had gotten breakfast for me. Thank God. Because I didn't eat. Not flying when you don't eat. Or flying when you don't eat. Not good. Not good.
No.
I am drinking this local beer. It's called Field Work, which is weird because no one in California works. It's a Indian Pale Ale pulp. Delicious. And this was $5. But if you buy a smaller version of this on the tap from the same place that we were at, $11.
$10.10.
I'm like, can I just buy a can? She's like, they're cheaper. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna take some of those out. Yeah, but they're cheaper and you get more. I'm not gonna debate how fucked up that is. Just give me a fucking can. Can I have a can here? Can I drink a can in this little courtyard? Oh yeah, you can. Why are all these assholes walking around with glasses? Because money's free in California. That's why houses are shack made with dog shit. Like an Adobe Mexican villa made out of actual canine shit. $8 million, 800 square feet. It's amazing. So I get on the plane. I'm Southwest. We're like the boarding process. A's get to pick the fucking whatever they want. And it's nothing but middle seats when we get in there. Sucks. Tiny takes the first middle seat. I go back a little bit and I sit next to kind of a cute girl and what I thought to be an Asian boy, but it turns out to be an Asian girl later on. So I'm in the middle.
Sarah?
What's up with this guy? So I'm next to the pretty girl-ish. She got like one of those nose rings like the bull.
Oh, yeah.
Tonka. And so I put on my headphones, throw on a podcast, and I just go to sleep because fuck it. And I wake up to, we're flying, and I wake up to a horrendous stench. Now, if I were to ask you, what is the worst thing that somebody could eat on an airplane? What do you think that would be? I know you're not a smell guy, but what do you think the worst thing, like the most obstructive thing someone could eat in like dead girl pussy?
Trout.
Tuna fish sandwich. Her own tuna fish sandwich. Like The Office.
At what point are you just that non-self-aware? You eat tuna fish, you know that shit stinks. You know it stinks.
That's a very good point.
What the fuck are you thinking to bring that on a plane?
I've been in California for a day and a half, and that is the number one thing about California that I want people to understand. First of all, never come here. It sucks. Other than we do have friends from California, and I love them. They're great. But the thing about California that is fucking weird is that nobody has self-awareness. Nobody is just like, you know what? I shouldn't scream about my fucking feelings. Like everyone talks at a higher decibel. This dude at the coffee store was like, I was working this morning at 6 in the morning, getting some shit done. He starts just blowing his nose like fucking Louis Armstrong. Bathroom, you fucking dick. So
you're looking around, you're like, fucking boats are coming in through the marina, following the sound of that guy blowing his nose.
Comes in, Dad. It's so fucked up. So, fucking, yeah, everyone's not self-aware. The girls behind me are just talking about their fucking feelings the whole time. Like, but But again, it's cultures of runners, yoga. Obviously, everyone's been molested. So whatever. You mash all that together and you get Californians. So other than my friends that I love from California, preface that. So the fuckface finished eating her sub, her tuna fish fucking sub, like from Blimpie. It's like a 5-day-old fucking sub. And I go back to sleep. Now, if I were to say, hey, what's the weirdest thing that you could wake up to and seeing someone eating on a fucking airplane? What would be your guess?
A hot dog.
That would have been kind of hot because she was hot. California, I will tell you, has some really pretty women. Not so much here. Hey, look, this is an inclusive beer. Yeah, this is called Hazy Train. How's my internet?
Shitty. Yeah. What do you expect? You're in a fucking hotel, dude. Half the time the Wi-Fi password doesn't work, and even when you do log into the Wi-Fi, it slows everything down. You're better off just using your data.
My computer is burning at this point. No, I wake up and this girl is eating chicken wings. She's also packed chicken wings.
They're cold.
Cold chicken wings. And I would say they were garlic, like a barbecue garlic.
This girl could have been a 9.5, and I wouldn't fuck her.
Yeah. Yes. 100%. And they work for some company, like all the people, Asian girl boy next to me, fucking tuna fucking barbecue chick, and like a few other people. They all work for the same company. And I think they travel for the company. They do conferences and some shit. They are so unaware of it. I'm super aware. If I feel like I'm in the way of people, dude, even if I'm in my spot, I find my own spot, you know?
I step aside. You know? I say, excuse me, I'm sorry I was in your way. And like, you weren't in my way at all. But I'm like, I felt like I was, even though I kind of know I really wasn't. But it's like, I'm aware of this shit. Aware what I'm doing in public at all times. And unless I'm really hammered, then I just don't care. But on planes and shit.
This is what it's like being in California. I'm the person tied up. This is like being
That's unbelievably loud.
Yeah, I know. Hi, still pending TV. Are you from? You're from Twitch. Cool. Anyway, so yeah, being in California is like being tied up and having someone diarrhea fart on your face.
Ugh.
Could be good. Could kind of be bad too. Yeah.
So when you left St. Louis to go to California, where'd you probably fly to? Atlanta, Charlotte,
no,
Baltimore,
dude, direct.
LaGuardia?
We flew from St. Louis to Long Beach, California. Did you get that?
Nice. Yeah, St. Louis to Long Beach, LBC.
Yeah, long flight.
LBC. However Snoop does that shit. Those long ass fingers.
And so this is one of those flights that people are. That's funny. Good job, Phil. Though it's like people are. The chicken wing girl, Asian boy girl, and a couple other people, they were not deplaning. They were sitting and then hopping over to Oakland, and I thought we'd go to Oakland because for some reason I thought Big Sur, Oakland, San Francisco, all kind of, scissor. I know nothing about geography.
Nothing. I know nothing about California's geography. Like when we talked about stuff before, I'm like, I had to look it up on my map to see where this fucking shit is.
I still don't know where I'm going to be tomorrow. I got to wake up at 4 a.m. to help her get to a place. And then she's like, yeah, they're going to bust us this thing. And then we run. And I'm like, but where's the finish line? She's like, it's over. It's here though. I'm like, how do I fucking get there? It's US 1 and US 1's closed down. Do I have to trek through the fucking mountains? Do I ride on a herd of goats to get to you? To pick you up?
At the hotel
like, what do I do? No shit.
No.
If they had a bar. No, you have. guys in a lobby watching soccer, or football as they call it. So, oh yeah, so we land, and I'm still finally I'm talking to this girl. She's actually a pretty cool chick. I didn't bring up the fact she ate things of all time on a plane because I'm a gentleman, of my surroundings.
So she works for this company that flies them probably all over the fucking United States of America.
Yeah.
And they can't order something on the fucking plane. They have to bring a tuna fish sandwich and day-old fucking garlic parm wings.
Or go to like fucking Orange Julius or wherever the fuck they have in the fucking airport and get that. This bitch was like had.
The fuck is Orange Julius? Is it? Sounds like a drink.
Yeah, it's kind of like you get pretzels or something. I don't know. I've never been to one. I just see it all the time.
Never seen it.
World traveler. Whatever. I was very proud of myself for this. Flew with.
It's because you were hopped up on fucking Adderall, not Adderall.
No, I didn't. I didn't take
that
it.
Shit is. Why not?
They gave me Valium. They gave me Valium. I just didn't take it.
I just need to get hammered before I fly.
Well, ideally, I do like to have a nice, large, like 22-ounce IPA, and just guzzle that bitch down. So when we land in LBC, I find out after gabbing up with these two chicks that I have to be off this plane. So I'm like, oh. We go to this little cafe place, and that's when the beers start flowing. I'm like, fuck it. I'm going to have beers because I don't want to be the plane.
I'm not running a marathon. I'm just going to drink now.
Yeah. For support, I support you on Sunday. Until Sunday, I'm a liability. We land here. We land in San Diego, and we get the rental car, and I'm thinking, all right, we've flown for 6 fucking hours ish. We got to be close to the destination. Wouldn't you think? 6 hours of flights. You can fly to the fucking moon in like 14.
Wait, so you flew from? You just said I flew direct. Why are you on another plane? That's not direct.
Well, we flew
direct is like when I get on South.
Yeah. Direct. Sorry, I meant we flew all the way. Like usually, you think there's a midway point. You stop in Dallas.
No, it's never a midway. There's never a midway point. From Buffalo to Vegas, you don't fly to Chicago or St. Louis. You fly to fucking Atlanta or you go to fucking JFK. You go the other side and then fly the farthest possible way. That's how those flights work. That's why I was asking you. You're leaving St. Louis and going to the West Coast. Why would you stop in Colorado? Why would you stop in Vegas? Nah, we're going to take your ass to Atlanta first. Okay. And then you're going to fly back across the country. Makes complete sense.
I thought we would have hit Dulles and then over. Because I don't mind a good 2.5 hour flight. I mean, I mind it, but it's not as bad. But when I realized that we were flying for fucking all the way to California, I was like, okay. I hope my brain doesn't realize that. I hope the guy that just figured it out doesn't tell himself. But it was all right. So we get the rental car, put in the GPS stuff, and it's another 2 hours of driving. That's what I texted you. I'm like, obviously, I'd like to do podcasting and stuff. I like when we do this. But I'm not going to I can't do it. I can't do it. I've been up for 12 hours already. And it's only 6:30 here. Like, time zones are fucking awesome.
It's good. It's good going out.
Oh, coming back is going to suck all the dicks in the world.
Yeah, coming back. Like when I fly back from Vegas, that's when it sucks. Going out there, you fucking gain that time. Like I was just talking to somebody about this the other day. I'm like, it's great. You jump on the 7 o'clock
flight
here in
Buffalo. Vegas, we were crushing.
7 a.m. You leave. You're in the air at 7:02, leaving for Vegas. You land. It's 9 o'clock in the morning there.
Yeah.
This is the greatest thing ever. Yeah. Coming home.
Well, and
yikes.
When we landed, this is how dumb I am. We took off at like
okay, this is why.
We took off at fucking I don't know. We took off at fucking like 11:50 or some shit, right? And we get there, and I'm like hitting my phone like a fucking caveman, going, "The time's got to be wrong." It was like 1:30. So I don't understand. Like, we flew for like 7 fucking hours. It felt like, and it was only like 2.5. But whatever, I'm dumb. But yeah, we finally got here. We went to dinner. That's really about it. And then we woke up today around. But it's not. Oh, dude. One thing that is kind of weird. When I first moved to North Carolina, was the first time I've been around a lot of immigrants. Maybe people that didn't follow the appropriate channels to get into the country, right?
You have a card that is green. They don't have those.
Yeah, which is totally fine. Hop a fence, get in, edge
Start
my
mowing lawns.
grass.
Start mowing
lawns with your fucking teeth. No, I'm kidding. Not really. Dude, because there's no INS anymore, something, the bar we were at, it was like a fiesta, my friend. It was a grande fiesta, my friend. Like,
was
they
it
were
mucho grande.
It was muy guapo. They were hooting and hollering. I think one of them was
shooting
like,
their 6 shooters in the air.
Yeah.
Arriba!
No, they have like they have a pageant of the most illegalist illegal, and then they celebrate that person. Because there's no recourse.
Well, they what? Stroke dicks? I mean, you were doing this with
I meant like a hava or whatever for a Jewish wedding with the chairs, but apparently it looks like I'm jacking two dudes.
Yeah.
No, they do this with the chairs. Yeah, dude, it was they were having a good old time. Fucking Kings, I think, are for real in the NBA. I support the Sacramento Kings. We saw a little bit of LeBron put a fucking bully beat down on those people, but I was kind of hoping that fucking John Morant would fucking pull it out.
I did too. I'm just done with LeBron. Done hearing about him. It's every fucking day. Something bullshit that he's part of it. I just don't. I'm just tired of him.
Remember when he fucking outed? He got the address of a police officer that was involved in a fucking.
It just showed up somewhere the other day in my timeline or some shit. Yeah, my Facebook memories. Yeah, he's like, "You're next." He docks that cop. "You're next," and everybody's like, "LeBron James should be in jail." Nothing happened.
Yeah, for sure. You should definitely be in jail.
Don't worry about him.
But whatever. But yeah, like I was like,
him and his ugly wife.
Like, and again, I know we talked about people not being like socially aware, and everyone's decibels are a little louder, and that's fine. But these people were just like, "Fuck it, I'm in a liga." Like, they were having the fucking time of their life. And as a white person, I do this. That's amazing.
Yeah,
you're so brave. This
hello, 911
in California. Yeah, to get by in California, you're so brave. You're so brave. I saw a person again. Like, I thought there was going to be like a gaggle of like lady boys just prancing around, or like you go into the bathroom and there's a girl, there's a man that used to be a woman that's just like spraying piss into a fucking urinal out of her vagina because she hasn't transitioned yet, or maybe she's got a dick smaller than mine. Miracle. But no, I only saw like 2.5. One, I think, was just a really ugly lady.
You're only 2 hours south of San Fran there, and that's the Mecca.
Yeah, and we love the gays.
Has been said there.
I do think that there's a war on our gay people. Does that make sense?
What do you mean?
Did that come through? Well,
yeah, it did, but
take for example, like the swimmer, right? Leah Thomas, right? That person still likes chicks and still has a dick, but says she's a girl. Now, me being a cisgender guy says that's gay as fuck, but the person isn't gay. She's acting like a total fag.
You've been waiting all day to say that.
I just thought of it right now. Fucking genius.
But
no,
I mean, didn't we talk? If I think if you're a dude and you want to be a chick, commit. Get your cock lopped off. Lop that fucker right off.
You got to do it. Yeah. I'll believe.
And if you're a chick and want to be a dude, then they're going to pull your vagina out and harden it. And you're just going to get this deformed fucking lump down there. And that's going to be your dick.
Like Snuffleupagus trunk.
Yeah.
That was hard to say on booze.
I commit. That's all I have to say. Commit. You can't have it both ways. Caitlyn Jenner, you want to be a chick to cop, lock, a one beer in. I can't even say lop off your cock. One drink, one beer. I can't say
pop a lock,
pop lock, and drop it.
Yeah, Caitlyn Jenner.
Apparently, I got hammered last night.
It's good for you, man. It helps with the pain.
No, it made it worse. By the end of the night, I was in a lot of fucking pain.
It's never a good choice. Like Ortez and I think, have the same knee injury. Like I'm like, yeah, my knee hurts here and here. And he's like, yeah, our third tendon because we're both black. I'm like, yeah. And apparently he's got like a meniscus problem. But man, the day after I tie one on, apparently I fucking lumber around when I'm drunk. Like, do your knees hurt after you drink a lot?
No.
Maybe it's from all the dick sucking I do. I have the courage to be a straight man. Don't fucking appropriate a whole fucking gender, you queers.
That's why I think last night I was drunk for the first time in close to 2 months, if not more. Because my whole thing is like, I don't even want to catch a buzz and walk through the house and take that one funny step and hit my shoulder into the wall. Then I'm fucked.
Are way different than anything else too. Like that's the one thing. Like I thought you were being kind of a chick about things. No offense to chicks. But from what I've read, because I care about you and I love you, rotator cuff surgery is one of the most painful surgeries you can have.
Yeah.
Speaking of surgeries, if you are going to go to the bathroom in a girl's bathroom and you're a dude that likes chicks, cut your dick off.
Yep.
Prove it.
Commit. Fully commit. If this is what you want to do and you want to be considered a female, lop that fucker right off. And that should be the instant you fill out a form and you have facial hair like yourself, you have a bulge, big, large, medium, whatever in your pants, and you say, I identify as a female, they should schedule your surgery within 48 hours. You are losing your dick. That should straighten some people out right then and there.
Well, I have really excited for you, Daryl. You know me, I'm always thinking of ideas, right? I'm always, you can't shut this guy off, you know?
You can't, dude. And sometimes it's just like, there's days I wake up and I'm like, I have 29 new text messages from 2 different people. Oh, Jesus Christ. How much Adderall did he have last night?
I don't do Adderall. Except the only drugs I've done.
Yeah.
No, the only drugs I've done in a very long time are the following. Number 1, over summer, somebody gave me mushrooms and I took them. And then I profusely apologized to anyone that saw me that for those 12 hours because I was hilarious and wildly inappropriate. And then recently somebody was like, hey, have an Adderall. Oh, yeah, and I may have done Molly as well. Whatever. Fucking strong like bull. Anyways, I have actually pitched the show to Netflix and they're thinking about it. It's called, hold on, wait, I got to think of a cool name for it.
Okay. Buckle up, folks.
It's called, here's the premise. I'll just give you the premise.
What's it called?
I got to think of the name.
Your audio cut right out. Oh, I thought you said it. You went on Max Headroom, so.
Sorry, here's the premise, okay? We get people that think that they have gender dysphoria, okay? And then we have a panel of doctors and their family, and they start at opposite ends of each other. And then the more validity they get, they get closer to the center, and whoever gets to the center first gets their dick chopped off.
Please stop taking drugs.
So you gotta but you gotta commit. It's like,
do these people know it's at the center? Do they know what the prize is?
Yeah, they have special shorts on. Their dicks are hanging through the shorts.
So they're like dick shorts, like, and it's like a guillotine and built into their shorts.
Yeah. So, but now at the end, if they go, now, do you still want to fuck women with your dick? And the person goes, no, I'm a girl. And then he hops through the hoop because he gets granted through the thing. And then it's shing. And then the doctors rush in and they fist the hole and then they make a pussy. And then the person gets to realize their dream. It's going to be awesome. We're going to help so many. But here's the other part that no one's talking about, because the buzz is happening. Let's say you gender dysphoria, I think I'm a girl, this or whatever, and then they go, do you want to I thought you were gonna kill yourself with a lighter. They're like, oh, do you want to chop your dick off? And the guy goes, no, why would I want the guy, why would I want to chop my dick off? And then the balloons come down like the golden buzzer, and then the dad gets to come over and be like, see, you are a boy. And then they hug each other, and he's like, it's fine,
Yeah, just be gay, do that.
Yeah, it's okay to have gender dysphoria, but we're gonna get you all the way there. We're gonna let you pussy foot. Gonna be a girl. Be a girl.
At what point in this does it pan to the coat room and there's Ortez saying that's whack?
Well, that's a very good point. This is gonna be the first Netflix show that actually commercial breaks. And that's what Ortez takes us a break by going, God, that's whack. And then we'll be right back.
Fade to commercial. Back in
it's a tandem. It's Jarian. Jarian is, he's dressed like the guy that parks cars.
Webster. He looks like he's dressed like Tattoo from Fantasy Island.
Are you Puffy? Why are you wearing a white suit? He's like, back in the day, I used to look like Drake. Fucking liar. So, yeah, and then Ortez would be like, hey, that's whack. And Jared would be like, and we'll be right back. It's a whole thing. We got t-shirts. Yeah.
All right.
But the panty guillotines, now this is the first Netflix show as well. It's going to be a play-at-home game. So let's say that your son goes, hey, I think I'm a girl. Put it on.
You go to our show or our website, and you have a pair of those underwear shipped to you.
Yeah. Now it's kind of like Name That Tune, because like what we're trying to do is to get people, but it's also like chicken, and the show's called No Dickin'. No dick.
I hate myself.
That's what the show's called.
Myself.
So, but because if you win, you got no dick anymore. But the last one is like,
when they jump through that hoop, do they stand, or is there like a little wicker basket like the dick falls off into?
Yeah. Well, and then we give it to the Aborigines, and they make necklaces out of it, so they can make money to support their
earrings, necklaces, and earrings.
All the extras from Crocodiles.
Maybe a bracelet,
What's on your bracelet? Oh, it used to be a fucking useless cock. Why does every person that's transgender have a bigger dick than me?
Dude, like, fucking...
Have you ever watched transgender porn and jacked off to it? Yeah, dude, me too.
No. We had two twins in high school. They were over the line on the spectrum.
Yeah.
We used to call them hairy and scary.
And I do,
because like,
for the record, I do believe that some people are that.
Yeah.
For the record.
Whatever. Nice kids and all. They had massive dicks.
Yeah.
Their dicks were this big in high school. And it's like, why? There no girls ever touching that dick. Why?
What a waste.
Why do you have that fucking loaf of bread in your pants? And then the rest of us are like, fuck.
Well,
I
so
had
this
that
weekend, I got a text from our producer. We've actually just partnered with an organization called Short Kings. And that's for all guys with short dicks. Not only do I support it, but I'm also the of short dicks. And
not
so
only a client, I'm the player president.
When a hefty log gets cut off, we're gonna immediately pack it on ice. And then they put it in a baggie and then they throw it into this gulag, and 2 men have to fight to the death. Two short dick motherfuckers have to fight to the death. And whoever kills the other one, the rock, gets the big.
I don't know why. I should have told you I didn't want to do this tonight. I so fucking regret doing this.
I'm having the worst time in California.
You're in your hotel room at...
Have a few lads.
What the fuck time is it? 10 o'clock? 7 o'clock?
Yeah.
Out there?
Yeah. Well, and the problem is he's got to get... we both have to get up. Yeah, we got to shut down early. But, like, I'm not going to be able to go to sleep.
You might as well just stay up fucking drinking. Whatever. Are you going to be a little bitch and go to bed?
No, I'm going to run out and grab a couple beers or something like that or whatever.
Sure you will.
A couple 10. But yeah, no, it's going to be a good show, and we're going to help people in need, which is always our thing, you know.
We're going to help them make the hard decision.
Yeah. And eventually, I kind of hope that it's like an interactive thing where we can have shot collars on the participant and
we can do live polls.
Go to the audience. So here's the thing: you can go to the audience.
Audience polls, yeah.
So remember, speaking of polls, no, let's talk about dick. No, so remember in America's Funniest Home Video, the audience got to vote.
Yeah.
So let's say, because we're not gonna do lie detector stuff, that's all Maury Povich, and rest in peace, Jerry Springer, by the way.
Yeah.
But let's say the audience thinks that, let's say you and I are participating in No Dickin'. The audience thinks that you're lying. Shock, and you have to move back. The other thing that
I really move forward.
Well, if you're lying, you get penalized.
Yeah, wouldn't that be getting penalized? The end game is getting your dick lopped off.
No, because the goal is to get their dick lopped off because they're actually a true gender dysphoric person. Here's my question: If you had, let's say, you're a boy, and a girl, what kind of vagina are you going for? Because we've seen some videos of the curtain hanging with the dresses, which I think has got to be a fad. You going for all innie? Talk to me, Goose.
Yeah, I want mine tucked in, nice and neat. Oh, I don't want it fucking hanging over like it. I just got hit with a fucking hatchet between the legs, you know.
My whole life, I was always just super excited to see any vagina. I've seen innies, I've seen outies, I've seen the half, you know, like one of those.
Looks like that fucking. It looks like the dog that's tongue sinks out all the time.
yeah. After my dog got put down.
Hey, I've seen that before.
That looks like a pussy I saw in Nebraska. I was in Tampa Bay, and I went to the strip club, and it was one of those ones where you couldn't have booze. So it was like a bottom, everything, right?
Fully nude.
Yeah. This girl took her clothes off, and we're right next to the stage. And because, you know, me and you feel the same way about strip clubs. They don't turn me on.
They don't do nothing really for me anymore.
It's just fun to go. Yeah. I mean, once you've seen a naked woman or multiple, it's whatever. I still think about this girl. I didn't know that a vagina could be beautiful. This girl had a pristine vagina. And she's like, oh no, I had like rejuvenation surgery. I'm like, well, what the fuck for? Jesus Christ. How many miles you put on that bitch? like Is that like you get it retreaded like an old tire? Like,
yeah,
now we're gonna go.
Just like when your wife's going to have a baby and tell the, hey doc, throw an extra stitch in there for me.
Yeah, yeah. I said that. The doc's like, it won't help. This thing's huge.
Hello.
Keep walking out.
Just like parting the curtains. Hello.
I think we're done. All right, cool. Throw one of those big ass Courtney Love sized fucking tampons on. Let's get out of here. But yeah, it's I'm excited for a game show. I can't believe we just made that up right now.
Let's just say that you made that up, and I will not be partaking in that.
This is how things work with us, though. I think of the up shit, and then I blame it on both of us.
Yeah. Why are we getting dinged?
I got Tiny got her finish line tomorrow, so we finally understand where she's going to be. People. Yeah. So, have you tried heavy alcohol and Percocet? Are you on Percocets, or they give you hydros?
I had Oxys.
And you got to go for lower.
I didn't like them. I took them for like the first 5 days. I've been off them. There's half a bottle of them somewhere. They made me weird. I felt weird. I don't like them, and I don't think they worked.
What?
I don't think they were. I think ibuprofen actually worked better.
All right.
My neighbor, the lady across the street that brought me the beers, she came over the other day while I was sitting in the driveway getting bombed on Thursday. And no, because we plowed out our driveway during the blizzard and all that shit.
Yeah, Daddy.
And she's older. She's a nurse too. So we were talking about it, and she's like, are you on pain medicine? I said I was. I said I 4 or 5 days, maybe 6. I think I took them when I was supposed to at night. Was the big time before I slept. I said I've been off them. I've been using like ibuprofen some days, and then I'll take acetaminophen for the swelling. And she's like, I found out, and a lot of people have said that ibuprofen works better than Oxys. And whatever. She goes, just be careful. And she goes, did you take them today? I'm like, no, I'm not in any pain today. She goes, good, because you're not supposed to be drinking when you take ibuprofen. Fuck. Maybe that's why it hurt last night. Yeah, I guess.
No, it's more of a liver thing.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah, I mean.
Yeah. So you should also. Yeah. Here's what my doctor.
Your doctor's not a real doctor.
Right, it's true. I thought you should tell your doctor everything.
You got to be careful.
So he's like, all right. So like, where are we at with drinking? So I'm like, I don't know. Like on the weekend, I have like 20, 30.
See, like, I told him like 12 to 15 beers on the weekend, which I don't drink during the week. Just don't. I mean, that number on the weekend is like half or more than half, less than half.
There's been times where like you're like, I started a case, and then we do a podcast, and you're like, I'm tired, I'm gonna go to bed, and you're like, yeah, I finished that case last night. Like,
yeah, I go up in the morning and I'm filling up my water, and I look down and see the table here, and there's 27 fucking. And one night I had 27 fucking beers down here,
and miraculously, like little tiny things of fucking Fireball show up.
Yeah,
but yeah. So I'm like, he's like, hey, by all the markers, looks good, which is like that's not a booze thing. It's just
a lifestyle change.
Yeah, and I think I eat reasonably well. But he's like, hey, so if you're going to have 15 to 20 or 20 whatever, milk, have that because that helps clean your whole shit out. And I'm like, okay, cool. So I bought these things that you told me to buy, dude. Like clockwork at 8:10 in the morning. My ass is just like, all right, here's everything. It's amazing. It's amazing. I recommend it.
I got my blood work back from when I had all my tests for my pre-op, and my doctor's like, she goes, your liver enzymes are perfect. Everything's good. I'm like, ooh. Because that's when you're like, hey, man, I have 30 plus beers in a weekend, if not more.
Yeah.
And I tell the doctor I have 12 to 15. From Friday to Sunday, and it comes back and my fucking liver enzymes are fucking destroyed because they're just full of alcohol and dead. And then I'm like, oh shit, I got caught my pants down. But
Your
no,
liver and
everything
like,
was fucking great.
I'm fucking wasted, bit. No, my every marker is fine except my triglycerides and cholesterol, and it's always been high, even when I never drank. They were always just through the roof.
I gotta go back in May for something, or no, October I think is when I have to have my physical. I gotta go in the week before to get tests done and everything, so they have them all for when I have my full on physical. So
yeah,
but
yeah, he's like, hey, do this, and then also, you know, they put me on this like statin type thing or whatever it is, but it made me feel like shit. Like, dude, my legs hurt all the time, and I work out every day or try to, and I've been doing like the elliptical and stuff. This is elliptical. Now like this. So I'm doing
can't
the
move this arm
elliptical,
very well. Ow.
But I would and I do like power cleans and shit, and kettlebells and stuff. Fucking rip. And everything hurt. Like when you're so hungover you can barely walk, hurt. Like everything hurt. And so I go to the doctor and I'm like, hey, like this shit sucks. I'd rather die of a fucking stroke.
I know, right?
Like one time have a stroke and die than every day of my life my feet feel like they're on fucking fire. Like, what is happening? He's like, yeah, there's like a thing. Like, some people just can't handle the shit. So why don't we do this? Number one, if you're active and you have the shit you got going on, everything's moving. The problem is, and the markers are, if you have high triglycerides, high cholesterol, and you live a sedentary life, that's when shit starts to get all clogged up. He's like, you're always working out, so just keep doing that. Let's trim the diet a little bit. Let's start a little bit more of this, and it'll get better. So who knows? I don't know. I might just, what I'm gonna do is just find like a younger person that's healthy and start doing blood transfusions.
Let's be vampires and shit.
Yeah, that's like not like science blood transfusion. I'm just gonna drink blood.
Yeah,
that's what I'm gonna do. So next week we should have the full boat. Ideally, we get Jerry. I haven't heard from Jerry in 2 weeks, so hopefully he's alive.
Next weekend,
Mean Street.
I'm out Friday. Friday, Cinco de Mayo, and we got our bowling banquet.
You want to do Saturday?
Saturday the 6th is fine. We got nothing to do. I think Chris and I are just gonna be sitting around. Hopefully, don't go to the fucking casino. Went to the casino last night. Got fucking ate alive. Krista won $400 on Wheel of Fortune.
Nice.
Yeah, she hit it. I don't know. She had one symbol of everything across, and the guys behind us, every time she hit for like $20 or whatever, like, oh, we got to spin the wheel, and we got the fucking lowest price, $35 every fucking time. Fuck. So finally, she hit once, and she's like, oh, and the guys are like, oh, that was a nice hit, and she's like, oh no, another $30. I'm like, you won $385. She's like, what? I'm like, yeah, she was down to like her last $20. I was like, sweet. But I pissed away $350.
What's funny is like our wives are the people that are responsible for us not being destitute piles of shit.
Correct.
Like, for real. But your wife is starting to sneak into certain areas that are really fun.
She loves gambling now. Vegas is going to be a good time now that she's going to be actually. The last time her and I were in Vegas, we were on a fucking budget, and I'm talking the lowest. We ate.
You're not balling, and there's a budget.
Yeah, and we weren't balling on that budget. We were using coupons that we found that laying around in the hotels. I mean, we didn't go out to a nice meal once. We ate at this fucking food court and had the same 2 subs every fucking night. We bought beer out on the strip where it was. No, we did not go to Batista's. So now that she has 0 problem. Back then, dude, watching her put a $20 bill in a slot machine, it was like they were taking her life savings. You could see the pain on her face if she lost that $20. Now she puts a $100 bill in, banging that button for $7 a fucking smack. 3 minutes and 12 seconds later, that $100 bill's gone. She opens up the purse, puts another 100 like it's nothing. And I'm like, I fucking love you. I love you.
Even when I was broke, I always just figured that money would come. I've never, I've been poor. I'm really good at being poor.
Yeah.
Not rich, but like I also like have to go to a restaurant and like look at the menu. Like that to me is like
yeah.
The prices on the menu like determine what you're gonna eat.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna get what I want.
Yeah. If you don't have to do that, to me that's rich. Can you fill your gas tank from fucking empty to full? That's good. You're rich.
Yeah.
In my opinion. But yeah, when I had no money, I was like, fuck it, let's just go, let's spend it all. And then magically more things come.
Yeah.
For whatever reason. Maybe I'm God. Whatever. But with this Netflix deal that we have, for what's the name of the show again?
No Dickin.
Yeah. No Dickin. Which is chicken for people that have gender dysphoria. I think we're gonna make like 20 million on that, like 20,000 million.
Sounds possible.
$20,000 million. Yeah, that's a real number.
Yeah,
it's gonna be like
my son.
It's gonna be my son. Yeah. Dad, he has $20,000 million. No. Nice.
That's my pillow to rest my fucking arm on.
Sucks. Well, yeah, so we'll do Saturday next week. Cinco de Mayo has to be a good day out. So
I got my bowling banquet. Dude, last night we were headed to the casino. We went to Rockburger and had dinner late, and then we went to the casino. And I forgot what exit to get off at, and Krista obviously is driving, and we got off the wrong exit, like the one before. And as we were getting off, I'm looking at my phone. I'm like, oh, I see Brad and Jody are at Buffalo Distilling. So we got off at the Smith Street exit by accident instead of Hamburg. And she's like, oh, it's right over here. So we come down to the light, and we're waiting to go right and to go back under the 190 down to the projects to the casino. And this semi truck was making a right. It just sat there. And I'm like, you want to stop and see? I go, is Shelly working? She's like, yeah, Saturday night. Yeah, it's one of her old employees and, friend at the bank and everything. So she's like, fuck it. I says, we're stopping for one drink. Say hi. We'll have one and we'll get the fuck out of there. All right. We walk in there and I text Brad as I'm getting out of the car. I'm like, hi. And I actually told him when we were on the thruway, I'm like, hey, tell Shelly, Krista, and I say hi. So I'm walking up to the door and I can see him on his phone. His head came up so fast and he's starting to look around because you get when you send those texts, you're like, they're here somewhere.
Yeah.
So we hung out with him and his brother and Jody. We had a drink. They were trying to get us to stay. Like, we're going to the casino. We go to the casino. We're hanging out. Krista is just crushing fucking beers. And I'm like, I got like $40 left. She's like, let's go play bubble roulette. I'm like, fuck it, So we sat down, bubble roulette. Beer's gone.
What the hell's that?
And, you got your regular roulette table with, the real wheel and all that shit. Bubble roulette it's got like 6 seats around it or 8. And it's in a bubble. And there's a wheel in there and it spins. And you get your own little computerized board and you can make your bets there. You can bet like, I think 25 cents up to $500.
Wow.
So
cool.
You put a dollar on one of those numbers, you win fucking $35, So we were doing that, and I'm like, oh fuck. She's like, you want another beer? I'm like, yeah. She's like, okay. She goes, whoever has the least amount of money. And I looked over and she only had like $9 left. I'm like, all right. So she cashed out, went and got us a couple more beers and come back, and we played for a little while longer. And we drank more beer. And then we played more gambling. And I'm like, fuck, I got an extra $100 in my pocket. I got burned through that. Just gone, just lit it on fire. So we go to leave.
And see people like us coming, dude.
Oh, they do. And I'm like, I didn't give a fuck. I took it to spend it, And I was just like, so we're leaving. And I'm like, holy fuck, it's like 10 after 1. And I'm like, oh, Chris is kind of wobbling a little bit. Like, all right. She gets down right by the fucking 190, right on Perry Street. And you make a left and then get on into 190 right there. The light's red. She pulls up and stops and just fucking makes a left on red. I go, oh, blinking red light. She's like, what? Oh, and as soon as she got on the 190, I whistled like a siren. I'm like, she fucking panicked. It was the perfect whistle. I tried to do it again, and I couldn't. And I started laughing. She's like, "You motherfucker!" So then we're headed on to 190 going home. I see Brad and Jody just checked into Brad just checked into Vinny's. I'm like, I text Garrett. I'm like, we're on our way. Throw a bucket of Coors Light on the table. I love you. We're 5 minutes out.
Yep.
And then I text Brad, hi. I walk into Vinny's. He picks his fucking head up. Motherfucker. And he's yelling at the Gordy, the door guy. He's like, why didn't you fucking lock the door? It's closed. I'm like, fucking more beers.
Yeah.
I think we got home at like 2:30 or 3 o'clock in the morning. Krista stumbled coming up the steps. I was watching that in the fucking camera.
It's the best.
Like, so we come home.
Oh, go ahead, sorry.
We get home. Ob's in my chair, my recliner, flat reclined, sleeping. Brady's sleeping on the couch. So I'm like, Krista, my shoulder's bumping. I'm like, we need to put the ice sleeve on. So we put that on. She walks out in the kitchen. I hear, and I'm like, you stupid bitch. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. You're hammered. What are you doing? She comes in with one of her tall little fucking seltzers. She sits down on a couch and she starts passing out. Now she's sprawled out. It's in her left hand. Her left hand's on the back of the couch. This can's at a 45-degree angle. I'm like, Krista, put your drink down. Yeah. Like, fuck it. I'm strapped into this ice sleeve. I'm in a recliner. I can't move. I'm like, Krista, wake up. Put your fucking drink down. And she's like, yeah. And I'm like, did you even drink any of it? She's like, yeah. I'm like, well, just put it down. She wouldn't put it down. So I finally fucking, after my 20 minutes, I unleashed myself from this fucking thing. I go over and grab the can. Dude, there are 4 fingerprints indentations in this can. She squeezed that fucking thing so hard. Whatever she drank out of it came right back to the top because the container's smushed. I had to pry it out of her fucking dead ass hands. I'm like, what the fuck were you doing? She tells me this morning. She's like, oh, that's the one I had in the car. No, it's not. You finished that one. You went in the fridge and opened a brand new drink at 10 to 3 in the morning. She's hungover as fuck. She's in bad shape all day today. I haven't seen her like that in forever. Forever.
I had a night a few weeks ago where went out, ran into one of my customers and a friend. Was leaving, ran into Jarian, had a couple drinks with Jarian. Jarian's like, well, hey, let's hang out for a little bit. Hung out with him. And then I set alarm on my this get out of Dodge, like time to go alarm. And I was like, well, I'll just extend it for 2 hours. So then Jarian's like, well, hey, maybe we'll go to this next bar. I'm like, all right, cool, let's go do that. And then he's like, oh, I gotta go. Well, we are a couple of the bartenders that we know. They're going to go to this next bar. So I go to the next bar with them. And then it's like, we're playing pool, we're doing this. Then that bar closes. And then people are like, hey, do you take Adderall? Take Adderall, sure. And so then they're like, hey, let's go have fucking beers in the fucking parking lot. I'm like, cool. Then the cops show up. I'm like, well, the guy's like, we're all going to my apartment's right down the street. Let's go to the apartment. So we're all hanging in this backyard of this apartment complex. And then people start getting mad. Everyone's in the back of the apartment complex. He's like, well, let's just fucking go now. So we go in the house. There's beers in the house. And then all of a sudden, my phone rings. It's 4:39 in the morning. I was supposed to be home at 10. Tiny's getting ready to go
out for a couple.
Yeah. Tiny's getting ready to go for a run. And I'm like, oh, no. So it's been a little bit of the doghouse. But sometimes those nights just run, man. And like
they do, and it's crazy when it happens, too.
And you feel like an asshole, like, after the fact, but, like, I had a fucking great time just talking shit, you know? Like, that's the best time. It wasn't
There's nights like that happened after
I didn't go to, like, a strip club or a whorehouse. Yeah. Sometimes you sit in that fucking shed and just talk shit all fucking night. And fuck me.
Yeah.
So,
Chris is always like, what time are you going to be home? And I'm like, I don't know. It takes me, by the time I get out my equipment and shower and everything and pack everything up, it's an hour after the game. That's not mentioning having a couple beers. And if we have the late game and there's nobody in the locker rooms after us, we stay until they fucking kick us out. Then sometimes we go to the bathroom. Yeah. And it's like, dude, what are you guys doing there? We are fucking 12 dudes showering together, just bullshitting, drinking beers, talking about everything. Really. There's nights all we talk about is people deer hunting and shit. And telling cabin hunting stories and stuff. And they're like, that's what you talk about for 5 hours? Yeah. And we make fun of people. and we laugh and we drink more beer. And that's that. And that's why we get home at 3 o'clock in the morning. Where were you? Like you said, I'm not in a strip club.
Yeah. Chasing girl.
Gets away from you.
She goes, what are you doing? And I was like, I'm just shooting the shit. She's like, it's 4 a.m. I'm like,
women hate the fact that we can do that. They hate that fact.
Yeah.
Like, I love seeing all the memes and shit on Facebook and, Instagram and stuff. And they're like, what are you thinking about? You're like, nothing. Well, you have to be thinking about something. No, my mind is actually dead right now.
I had a joke one time.
I'm not thinking about anything. Yeah, I can do anything.
One of the only jokes I've ever written that was actually kind of good was, and it'll bomb here because like I'm telling you it's a joke, but I was like, on the couch sitting next to my girlfriend, and she goes, what are you thinking about? I'm like, I don't know, like, what are you thinking about? She goes, well, I'm thinking that like maybe you don't think I'm good enough for you, or maybe that you think. Or maybe that my insecurities are weighing heavy. I do too much to try to make you happy. And she goes through this whole diatribe about all these things that make her maybe not good enough for me. She's like, so what is it that you're thinking about? Like, what scares you? And I was like, I don't know. Bears, fucking
ghosts,
black people. Like, we're very simple up here. This big forehead has nothing in it.
No, and they just can't fathom that we can literally just sit there and think about nothing.
Yeah,
like nothing.
Or like
you're so quiet. I have really nothing to say.
Yeah, I have no interest to kill a deer. I have zero knowledge in hunting. But if you're hanging around with people that deer hunt, I'm fucking engaged in that conversation, motherfucker. Yeah. Like that's the cool part.
Stories and fucking funny shit that happened and. People, they're always drinking.
They're all in the aviation program at the college, and there was like this big aviation event where they're gonna fly in a big jumbo jet type thing, and it's really cool shit. I'm afraid to fly, so I'm around all these guys that fly 10 times, and they're like younger than me, and they're like, no, it's fine, dude. It's like driving a car. I'm like, yeah, the car's in the fucking air, dude. If a car runs out of gas, you pull the curb. If an airplane stops working, you fucking Buddy Holly it,
Fucking hate flying.
Well, we'll do this again. Hopefully I make it back from this beautiful state of California. I did not realize that California had so much farmland.
Yeah.
Because all you think is like California's like LA and shit like that. So 2 hours.
That's only that sliver down the water.
Here.
That's it.
Oh my God, dude. 2 hours driving in the car. We went through the largest artichoke producing county in the world. We went past so many farms. It's a really cool state.
Like you said, it's once you get off the coast and get inland, then that's all it is.
Yeah, mountainous, beautiful. It's a really cool spot. Would I come here again? I'd go down south with my friends because they're awesome as shit. But other than that, nah.
Yeah.
I want to do Lake Havasu.
Yeah.
Havasu. Yeah.
I heard that's a party.
Yeah. We'll hang out on Saturday and we'll Cinco de Mayo it up, and then we'll talk about how hungover we are on Saturday.
Yeah, from Friday.
That'll work. All right, man. Let's get out of here. Hey guys, keep fucking that chicken.
Yeah. Have fun. Tell your wife good luck.
Do I have anything? I have this. All right.
So
have a good one, everyone.
Rock on. Later. Rock out with your cock out until you're on no dicking. And
we'll
these fucking dogs.
Yeah. Good sleep.
Later.